Hey, what's up? Most chess games are decided by tactics. Everybody knows it. But that one wasn't. In this game, I beat 1960 rated opponent without a single tactical combination, simply by improving my position until his position collapsed. Let's go for it. e4, c6, d4, d5, e5, bishop f5, knight e2, e6, knight g3, bishop g6, h4, h5, bishop d3, knight e7, bishop takes g6, f takes g6. So we get the advanced Caro-Kann with aggressive h4 line. Black chooses an unusual pawn structure by recapturing on g6 with the f pawn, creating dynamic chances but also long-term weaknesses. Bishop g5, queen b6, b3, knight f5, c3, c5, knight takes, g takes, short castle, knight c6, bishop e3, c takes, bishop e7, g3, rook c8, a3, knight a5, b4, knight c4, knight d2, knight takes e3, f takes e3. And here the character of the game changes completely. The tactical phase is over. Now this becomes a poor positional battle. Black looks solid enough, but the real problem is that he has no clear plan. g5. So black pushes g5 trying to generate kingside activity, but this feels more like an activity for activity's sake than a real plan. Knight f3, g takes h4, g takes h4, queen d8. Black starts eyeing the IH pawn, but in reality he is drifting into strategically lost position. Queen e1, rook g8, check. King h1, rook g4, rook g1, bishop takes h4. This is the critical position. At first glance, black seems active. He has taken the h-pawn and appears to have pressure. But in fact his position is already strategically lost. There is no tactic yet, no immediate combination, just a position that is falling apart beneath the surface. Black's pieces are completely disconnected. His king is vulnerable, and his queenside pieces are too far away to help. Rook takes g4, and only now does the tactic appear. The combination works because the position was strategically won first. The tactic is not the cause of the win. It is merely the consequence of superior positioning. Bishop takes e1, rook g8 check, king e7, rook takes d8, rook takes d8, and after the exchanges, white simply wins material. The rest is simply technique. Knight takes e1. You can clearly see that white has an extra knight and supposed to win without any problems. Rook c8, knight g2, rook c3, king h2, a6, king g3, rook c2, knight f4, rook c3, king f3, h4, knight g6 check. From here black has no counterplay. White centralized the king, improved the knight, and converts the extra material into the victory. King d7, knight takes h4, king c6, knight g2, king b5, knight f4, rook c6, king e2, b6, king d3, a5, b takes a5, king takes a5, king d2, b5, rook c1, rook b6, rook c5, king a4, rook c3, king a5, rook c8, king a4, rook c3, king a5, king c2, king a4, king b2, king a5, king b3, king a6, king b4, rook b7, knight takes e6, rook f7, knight f4, and here black resigned. This game is a great reminder that not every win comes from tactics. Sometimes the game is already over long before the combination appears. Long before the combination appears. Let me know in the comments, would you have realized black was strategically lost before the tactics or not? Just put some few words in the comments. I will really appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching the video, and this is the end, and I'll see you next time. Play chess, enjoy the game, and have fun. Till next time, bye bye.